Radio Ichangelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. With community news, I am Caitriona, Chisompola, Phiri. Kindly be informed that we are also streaming live on the Radio Ichangelo Facebook page. Headlines. Shingola ready to conduct a voter registration exercise. Council of Churches in Zambia calls for the protection of the environment. Do not encroach water bodies. And now community news in detail. Shingola Mayor Titus Tembo says the district is ready to conduct the voter registration exercise, which will run from 9th November to 12th November 2020. Mr. Tembo explained that all requirements have been delivered to the town in readiness for the exercise. Speaking to Radio Ichangelo News, Mr. Tembo is now calling on Shingola residents to obtain voters' cards when the exercise commences next Monday.
To start registrations, and we have trained most of, in fact, all the facilitators. And for me, what I would want to say as a district, I think let's take this opportunity to ensure that come 9th November, we go to our nearest registration center and register. For those who have pre-registered online, you are also required to visit these registration centers so that you can get your voter's card. We are starting the new register. If you don't register,
Democratic Party DP is calling on the PF government to allow the church to perform its responsibility in ensuring that the country heals and bridges the divisions. DP observes that the country has not healed following the reconciliation process, which resulted into the failed Constitution Amendment Bill 10. DP President Harry Kalaba notes with concern the continued disparagement of the church on its duty to unite the country. Mr. Kalaba said the church has been outstanding and played important roles, which included debt cancellation in 2000, bridging the transition from one-party state to multi-party in 1991. This is according to a statement made available to Radio Ichangelo News by Democratic Party Major Team.
Their duty to bring us together, because the church is non-aligned, the church is non-partisan. So it is the three other church mother bodies and any other church mother bodies as well part of the process. For us as Democratic Party, we are available to subject our intentions to the church. We are available to receive guidance from the church because after all, it comes from there.
The Council of Churches in Zambia, CCZ, is calling for the protection of the environment as mining houses conduct their operations. CCZ General Secretary Emmanuel Chikoya regretted that some mining towns are grappling with environmental problems associated with mining. Featuring on a CCZ-sponsored program on Radio Ichangelo, Father Chikoya also called on government to ensure that revenue coming from the mining sector empowers locals.
One component within this mine that also ensures that care of the environment is critical. Ensuring that water is safe and nothing just discharged carelessly. We have had cases, and even a court case had to be undergone by people because of pollution that mine in terms of that. So we need to make sure that these angles are taken care of. The environment must be taken care of. The people should be taken care of. And we get the best in terms of.
Minister of Water Development and Sanitation, Jonas Chanda, says his ministry is working on a statutory instrument, SI, which will protect all water bodies. Speaking when he visited Chisompola Dam in Lufanyama district last weekend, Dr. Chanda bemoaned the continued human activities along rivers and dams. Dr. Chanda said once the SI is implemented, all people found encroaching water bodies will be brought to book.
Building dam, here, so the water bodies are not contaminated, and that is what we want to make an SI, statutory instrument protecting all water bodies, water recharge points, the rivers and the lakes. Yeah, we protect them from any human activity, whether along Kafue River, Kafugu, Chambeshi, any water body and the recharge point, so that those who break the law, they have to meet the consequences of the law. And we should stiffen the regulations by one punitive measures, so that once you punish once and for all.
And Lufanyama District Commissioner Dorothy Chipimbi said Chisompola Dam was free from any encroachments.
Regarding this, but since we started developing this dam, we have all gone somewhere else. It's safe. There's no, but they can come here. Yes, they do come like the youth, the toddlers to come and play, but we normally just the need. These people in these roads, we just come to play here. But we're happy to see everything is okay in terms of encroachment.
Community news comes to you in the community service of Radio Chenglu with compliments of Indo-Zambia Bank. And finally, the Patriotic Front, PF, on the Copper Belt says the fall of Bill 10 is a serious setback for development in Copper Belt rural areas as the 2016 constitutional, legal and electoral framework remains unchanged. PF Copper Belt Chairperson Nathan Chanda says Bill 10 had progressive clauses such as resolving traditional land disputes in chiefdoms. Mr. Chanda said the bill had other serious elements such as the delimitation, representation of women and youths, and the disabled in Parliament, among other important clauses. This is according to a media statement issued by PF about Information and Publicity Secretary Jack Moema. We now end our community news by looking at the headlines again. Shingola ready to conduct a voter registration exercise. Council of Churches in Zambia calls for the protection of the environment. Do not encroach water bodies. For these and more stories, you can visit our Facebook page, log on to Facebook, and like the Radio Chengula page, and link to radiochengula.radio12345.com. Remember to play your part in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic by adhering to the safety guidelines as outlined by the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization. Wear a mask when in public, avoid large groups and maintain social distance. Avoid unnecessary movements. Wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds. Cover your cough or sneeze with a flexed elbow, handkerchief, or tissue. And so here we end community news this Wednesday morning. I am Caitriona, Chisompola, Phiri. Have a pleasant day.